I'm counting to 10. Hold on. I would also, the Board of Selectmen took no action on this. It could not have been put on this ballot since we're just tonight discussing it at town meeting. And we could not have put it on this past spring's ballot at the time that this was before us. So it had nothing to do with only wanting to put those alcohol questions on. In my 24 now years, no single issue has had more hearings than this one. I myself have attended 6, and I'm the least. Other board members, I'm sure, could talk about a lot more. You heard Mr. Scott and previous speakers reference the DOT hearing here with over 400, at the Hardy School over 300, and there have been a number of others. There will soon be another one on the 75% design that we are at right now, 75% design. That part of Mass Avenue has been declared an unsafe roadway. Well, for us, for one, there have been 2 traffic deaths on that section of Mass Avenue. We want to slow down traffic on that area. The original design did indeed call for 1 lane in both directions, as is true for 50% of Mass Avenue through the town of Arlington. Most of the town of Arlington has just 1 lane on both sides if you start at the Heights and come forward. The original design called for only 1 lane each way. We did amend it to try and include the input from citizens who are concerned about that, and did change it to 3 lanes instead of just 2. There have been 3 traffic studies that have been conducted that claim that, again, the traffic load could be for just 2 lanes. The sidewalk issue, it's a lot more than just the shape of the sidewalks. We do need bump outs to shorten the distance to let senior citizens and others get across there. There's a lot more to the sidewalks. They're going to be larger sidewalks. There will be hardscape and also plantings and trying to beautify the area as well. The traffic lights are so old, we cannot get replacement parts for them. They have to be replaced. So the work has to be done, and we believe the best way is let the state and federal pay for it. Because if we stop this project, we're going to have to make those changes somehow, and we're going to have to pay that bill. Yes, that's all our tax money, but if we don't use it, there are other towns in line who have lots of projects that they'd like to have done. And since we're funding it through the state and federal, they have the right to tell us what they want in terms of design on that project, in cooperation with us. And yes, they are requiring bike lanes, which I think is a good idea myself, but you can all have your own personal opinions on that. So the final thing I would tell you is, if we put this on the ballot for next spring, to be honest, I hope we're already past the 100% design and into this project at that point in time. But I really think that by far, those of us who have been at all these hearings, like Mr. Smith, I was at the one with 400, that they advertised to get opponents here, and I agree. I think more than half thought it was a good idea. Will it cause some disruption while we do some renovations? Yes. Right? Welcome to the world. Any other project that's been done, yes. And it will be done in such a way to put the least burden on residents and businesses as best we can. It has to be done. Please reject this article.
Thank you. Mr. Foskett.
Charles Foskett, Precinct 8. I move the question.
We have a motion to terminate debate on the question. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? No. In my opinion, is we're in the middle of a vote. In my opinion, debate is terminated. It's more than a 2/3 vote. We have before us we have before us the substitute motion of Mr. Kaplan. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed?
No.
In my opinion, it is defeated. sir. What point to your eyes?
I had a question, Mr. Moderator, regarding Article 69. At the end of Article 69,
We're on 70 now, Mr.
well, it's a request was made to rescind it, and my question is it allowed that someone who has voted in the negative can also request that an
No, you
article
have to
can be
vote.
reconsidered?
You have to vote in the positive on if you want to file reconsideration.
So is